All right. I've got to say that God works in very mysterious ways, works in ways that we can't fathom or understand. Uh, the day that my mom passed away, I ended up going to my sister's house that evening and spent a great deal of time testifying and just talking about the Bible and scripture and salvation and everything. I really didn't think a lot of it. It's just what I needed to talk about. And when I left on the way home, let me give you a little bit of backstory because I actually told my mother that you're not going to die, you're going to be raptured. And I just knew that in my heart. I knew she was not going to pass away, that she was going to be raptured. And I was kind of surprised when she passed away. Um, but when I was driving back home that night, uh, just the overwhelming feeling, the knowledge, I knew this was from God, not from me. It was, your mother had to pass away because you would not have been there tonight to speak to them had she not passed away. And I just at that time I knew she had to pass because I would not. I would never have been over at my sister's house. Um, who knows if I would have ever even been over there again, to be honest with you. I don't visit. So I guess that's a thing I was brought up with, but it's not what I do now. Uh, so my mother had to pass for me to be there to testify to them. Um, and so, and every time I do that, every time I speak of scripture and talk to people like that, it just fills me and makes me whole. It completes me. Um, Almost brings back the joy of the initial salvation, that wonderful, joyful, unstoppable feeling. Um, but the true miracle was the next day. We were at the funeral home. We met up over there to do some get the funeral set up. And out of the blue, they tell me that my brother-in-law woke up crying, thinking about the what we had talked about the night before. And my brother-in-law and sister and all of those, like, we're going to church this Sunday. And I was like, wow. So that's amazing. That's God working. And God was allowing me to see the fruits of my labor. Um, and then here we are today, Sunday. We went to church. We were there, and my brother-in-law, sister, niece gave their life to God, and they have committed to Him, and they're getting baptized next Sunday. And I believe I'm going to be the one that baptized them. Um, anyway, this is just something that needs to be out there, that people need to understand that things happen outside of our control or understanding for a reason. And I think that I was shown the reason here so that I could share it, and so you could know that what you do for God, you may not see the result like I did here. You may not ever see it or know it until you're with Jesus for eternity. But there is a reason. There is a good part to everything. So I almost want to title this, one of the best things that ever happened was the day my mom died. Not that her passing was good, but what came out of it was amazing. Uh, so, and my dad, when he passed, and I was there to hold him in my arms while he passed away. There's miracles that happened that day that I did not realize for 30 years. And so the miracles of the day my mom passed, I got to realize within days. So just hang in there, keep going, stay in prayer, keep your eyes up, keep your eyes on Jesus, your thoughts on Jesus, your prayers. Stay in the book and stay in the Bible, and read Revelations more than anything, and all the supporting scriptures to Revelations, because that's where we're at in the Bible. Love you guys.